Hi guys and welcome to Bomb Anime. It's your girl,
Rika.
And Big Boy Summer here, bringing you another episode of Let's Talk. You know what it is. Let's get right into it. Yeah, that last episode had me effed up. Oh, it just kept getting dicier and dicier.
To be fair, when we were actually preparing for season 2 to come out, we both said, we can't see how this is going to happen. What Senku is asking for is huge, a bloodless war. Come on.
I understand him trying to get everyone on his side, which is probably the only avenue he can take if he's going for bloodlessness. But he made a bomb that wasn't lethal, which means he could make a lethal one. He made a sound cannon. He should have probably made a couple of AKs as well, just in case it went south, innit? You're very clever, and you know who Tsukasa is. He's been punching statues since you've seen him.
What kind of irritated me was the fact that they had the gunpowder starter kit in a glass jar when they've made a type of plastic, they've made the carbon. He's made all these things he could have put them in, which would have prevented something like this from happening, but he chose the most dainty thing he could, and then he was just waving it around in the air like it was... As smart as Senku is, that just felt like it was there because they wanted to bring in this bit of the plot, but they didn't have to make him seem like a bit of an idiot while they did it.
I kind of feel like they had to. Look how hyped he's been. Something has to falter somewhere, and they kind of have to make him seem dumb. If everything went to plan, if everything went to my plan, Tsukasa would be dead, and that would be the end of the story. But obviously, this is Senku's plan, so there needs to be flaws somewhere, and I think the biggest flaw in Senku's plan is Senku. Who the hell goes to war and expects no casualties? I like the way you explained the whole cell phone thing beforehand, and me watching him bring people over to the side sort of gave me the feeling, yeah, this is possible. Now that they're in the situation they're in, I'm like, bruv, I don't see how you're getting out of this, bro.
Well, I think we're just going to have to disagree on that. I don't think they had to make him stupid. They could have easily made the gunpowder fail. We all know that back in the day when gunpowder was first being made, it didn't always work. When they were first making guns, they misfired, they backfired. They are in the Stone Age, so they don't have to make everything work. They could make things just fail and just, that's it, done. Too bad. Try again next time. It rained on their starter kit. Something that would happen in a world like this, but we're not going to agree, so that's cool. I want to know what would happen if Tsukasa actually does win.
So if I was Tsukasa, I'd kill Senku, I'd capture all the scientists from the nation of science and keep them under my thumb. Anything that gets a bit too awry, I make examples of everyone who's a little bit of a traitor. Keeping tabs on one person is good enough. Get them to teach my people what to do, and then society grows in the way I have, and I've just gained science on top.
Personally, I think that if Tsukasa wins, he probably is going to try and kill Senku and kill any of the other science users. However, how is that going to look to his own people if he's just out here killing? Because so far, yes, his people are very well trained and they know that they're against this stone world. But a lot of these people who have been resurrected are quite young. There is a difference between saying these guys are my enemies and then actually killing them. Now, Tsukasa has already had Hyoga shoot down Yukio, and that is someone who's on their side. So now all his people have seen him do that. That is going to cause an issue in and of itself. And if he decides to kill the people from the stone world, considering that they all came through and actually did everything non-lethally, that's also going to count against him. Also, Tsukasa is also using this revival fluid, we can see, and he does have a priority on who is going to get revived, but he can't know who everybody is, and it's quite hard to see who people are versus a statue. Let's just say he knows who everyone is based on what they look as a statue. You don't know everyone in the world. You are going to accidentally pour something on a scientist? So are you going to kill every single scientist that comes about? Now that Tsukasa's people know that you can have Coca-Cola, they don't know about the ramen yet, but they know about the cotton candy, fire, explosives, a tank, and that Tsukasa is basically standing in the way of that. I can't see that going very well for him either. Even if he wins, I don't know if it will be a win.
I mean, real life world wars have been launched on the basis that people are going to change our way of life. And it's true. Can you imagine one day you're not allowed to cook her anymore? A fridge. I don't know what people got in their houses. But do you get what I mean? Like a TV, a laptop, a phone. And then someone can give you something close to that, but your boss wants him dead. Nah, fam. Yeah, you're right. It's not going to be good, bro. It's not going to be good. Wait, you're taking away my opportunity of Coca-Cola? Are you mad?
And not just that, he would rather give up because his whole thing was about corruption, and he's going to end up turning into the very thing he's trying to protect the world from. He's going to be the one that's corrupt, the one that's stomping down people who don't agree with him. And I think that once he realizes that, he's going to pause. That's the only way I can see this working in Senku's favor, because Tsukasa really has the upper hand.
I disagree. I don't think he has the upper hand. He just looks good right now. I know. See, this is where I've become a little bit of a fanboy. I know that Senku's going to pull it out of the bag, bro.
But is Hyoga, who is in effect Tsukasa's right-hand man, is he really on Tsukasa's side?
Ooh, plot twist. Yo, do you want to go right for... That would be sick, you know. I don't know.
Because I'm thinking he was the one that released the spear onto Yukio. Yukio's on the ground right now, but we don't know what condition he's in. If he is not dead, Hyoga definitely did it on purpose. He would have missed the vital organs, hit him so it looked bad, and because we don't know everyone who actually went to the Stoneworld side. We saw that some of Tsukasa's people had already changed sides. So it's possible that he has changed sides.
Can I put a little bit of water on your theory?
Go on.
We're not in, I don't know, London St. Mary's Hospital. That's not close by. Mm-hmm. We're in the Stoneworld where they have literally rejected medicines and science that could save them, sort of thing. They're going primitive and natural. They probably have no way of closing any strong wounds like that can come from a spear like that they know of. I'm not saying Senku can't, but I'm saying that Team Tsukasa can't. So to stab someone in that situation, whether you miss the vital organs or not, it's probably a write-off, to be fair.
I mean, obviously I know that this is a primitive world. That spear could have been infected with God knows what, and yes, he could get an infection, etc, etc, etc. But in a situation like this, when there's two sides and there's double crossing going on, sometimes you have to do something. If Hyoga did nothing, Tsukasa would immediately know he's not on his side, and he would turn on him, and he would probably end up dead. He would have had to do something, so I think that is very possible. He knows that Yukio has really good hearing. He could have missed the shot. We already know that the fake blood is a thing because we saw that in a previous episode.
True.
He could have missed him entirely. He might not have. We don't really know, but I think that there is a lot of ways that Yukio could end up surviving this completely. Because there's double crossing as well, there is going to be information that has been passed from one camp to the next. So they might know what Senku has, they might know about the antibiotics, they might know that it's at least possible.
True, I'll give you that.
You asked me earlier on, is Senku winning viable? So what do you even think about that?
Well, the ideal of creating a science world is all well and good, and trust me, I'm that way inclined. But is it good in the long run? Chicago Tech University recently, was it Chicago or one of these universities around the world, created a black hole?
Israel.
They created a black hole. That is not good. It's not good.
Like every disaster movie ever. Lab creates something, it gets loose, the whole world is over. It's like a movie, isn't it?
The writers are giving us a nicely over saccharine sort of beautiful view of what science is. And we've been given a little bit of a war, yet not seeing science utilized to what it would be used for in war. Hopefully we have a bloodless victory. And then what? Revive everyone. Senku, I get you, fam. But I think Tsukasa's a little bit right about maybe a little bit of discernment needs to be made before you start reviving everyone, bro. Because you revived Tsukasa because you didn't want to get eaten, and then he turned on you. Who's going to say that you don't revive some next scientist who's going to be like, oh, this little trivial stuff, don't worry, I'm going to make a nuke. Tsukasa in it. It's got a big point.
I have to completely agree with you on that one. It's very stupid of Senku to just say, I'm going to revive everyone. It doesn't really matter. I have to agree with Tsukasa. Like, what's the point in reviving every single Tom, Dick, and Harry? You don't know who these people are. We know that in the real world as it is, we have all types of people. You have good people, you have bad people, you have people that have done extremely horrible things to others. Why would you want to revive those people? There are no prisons here. There are no ways of separating the terrible parts of society. So what are you going to do? I feel like what Tsukasa is doing is actually leading to a less barbaric society, because as it stands here, they don't have the infrastructure to build like prisons or to keep people that are doing horrible things apart from others. What is the other alternative? It's going to have to be execution. I mean, okay, yeah, you can let people off if they've stolen something or whatever, but what about serious abusers? What are you going to do with those people? It's going to have to be execution. Tsukasa is actually kind of saving lives.
Oh, bruv, don't say it like that. Execution is not always the answer. All right, Ruka, all right. Ruka,
so what would
Ruka.
you do with a Joe?
Okay, a is not someone that will be revived in my
How
situation.
do you know?
Let me finish.
How do you know who they
Bruv,
are?
let me finish, bro. Listen, look, all you have to do is not revive them. That's your prison sorted.
That doesn't make sense.
How?
You can't look at someone and say, oh, I know that you committed X crime, so I'm not going to revive you.
Look, we need to have a system in place where everyone can make the decisions as to what's going on. Only revive known people to start off with, like they've been doing. And then from then...
Famous people. So now it's a thing of classism.
No, it's not classism if other people aren't revived in the first place.
You're only going to be able to revive people you know, which are going to be people who are known to the public, i.e. famous people.
Well, then, so what? There's no class system yet because there's no other classes. Only famous people are around. One class. Everyone else is a bunch of stones.
No, it is classism because there are all types of people here in stone, and you're choosing to only revive people of a particular class.
That's the first
so
stage.
That's already classism. It's already there. You've already done it. By doing this. It's done. You've done it.
Then so be it.
You've participated.
So be it. To start off with, it's classism. But then afterwards, when you have enough infrastructure, as you said, when you start building containment facilities and so on and so forth, and a better system of law, then you start reviving people bit by bit.
So then the people in charge, the people who were revived first, the
will
people who
are
the famous people that end up creating the laws for
Isn't
the
that
others.
Isn't that
so
what
then
happens
it's
anyway?
classism again.
Yeah, so we bring back the old world, innit? Come on, Senku, this is what you want.
What we're trying to avoid. I feel like something needs to give. Neither of them is completely correct. I cannot say that Tsukasa is completely correct in his way, but I can say he's a lot correct. And I cannot say that Senku is completely correct. I feel like he's naive. Out of the two of them, if I had to pick a side, I think I would pick Tsukasa's side.
No, you wouldn't. Because the moment you can't have a hot shower, you're done, fam.
Oh, a hot shower. Oh, okay, I changed mine. Sorry, Tsukasa. I'm going to the stone world. Like, let's go. Look, we'll deal with the issues after the fact.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, look, our way of life is the most important to us. And I'm sorry that it sounds so superficial and materialistic, but that is just the facts of the matter. If I lose my phone for 10 minutes, I'm upset, bro. I'm like, where's my phone? Can't find my phone. I'm asking everyone to call my phone, knowing full well it's on silent, bro. Do you get what I mean? I'm upset. I'm just saying that the moment that you can give me the opportunity to get back to my phone, I'm following you, bro. And that's why Senku's gonna win.
But the problem is Senku cannot be reasoned with. As someone who is supposed to be a man of science, he can't be reasoned with. It's his way, and he's only considering that. And I feel like that's also a problem. He's not the hero of this story right now. The way that he's moving is so naive and ridiculous, and it's going to cause so many issues. It's like both of their ways are going to create so many issues. It would be so nice if they could somehow move past their stubborn ways and come together in some way, because I feel like if they work together they could find a happy medium. You need both, and I think that's what we've been saying every time we talk about Dr. Stone. We come back to this whole thing where we need both of them. Maybe Senku needs a chick and Tsukasa needs a chick, because if anything can make a man do something, it's a woman's suggestion.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's a WAP, but alright.
Wow! Are you sick?
What?
So guys, let us know what you think in the comments. Since Big Boy Sama decided to be a degenerate, we're going to end it here. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Peace.